looks off for a moment. Tale for another time. She'll open the she'll open the letter.
Just give me 1 second. I think I found the page I'm looking for. Had them real close. Where did it go? Aha! So you look on the letter. All right, there is a seal upon the letter.
I assume one of the delve.
Roll a history or an arcana check.
History or Arcana check?
History or arcana. Either one's fine.
Despite the fact that she's quite good at manipulating magic, the study of magic is not her forte.
I mean, it's a pretty looking seal. That's about all you get.
Okay. Is it a sealed letter or?
Yeah.
Okay, so it has like a wax seal?
Mm-hmm. You just don't recognize whose seal it is.
Ferris, does this look familiar?
I'll check it out.
And is Ferris getting coffee?
Yes, I'm in between them. I'm letting it fill up right now. What am I
Whatever
checking
your back,
out?
arcana or history. It's a seal on the letter he was just given.
Okay.
From a random dwarf who's winded, who's apparently been chasing you guys for a couple of weeks. It looks familiar, Ferris, but you don't remember why. Not quite high enough.
I'm afraid I can't tell you much more than it's a seal. It's familiar, but it's eluding me what's ringing my memory, but not quite.
Must be from the delve then. She'll open up the letter.
All right. It is a note from the desk, which is not necessarily from him himself, of Thulman Bane, the archmage of... Is that city's name?
Thulman Bane?
Yeah. So the name of the town where the delve was is Kurzden. So that's Kurzden. Their archmage is Thulmund. So Thulmond. Last name Bane. Bain. Do you read Dwarvish?
No.
Does anyone read Dwarvish?
Oh.
It's easy enough to recognize
Ferris
that it is
can
Dwarvish.
semi.
Common, giant, undercommon.
She'll hold the letter out to Theris. Can you read any of this?
Ferris runs after the courier. Like, I'll be right back. Yep, now I can read it.
Did Theris go AFK?
He was just finishing up with his coffee, I think.
Okay, and I guess I'm going to take a moment to refill my water. I'll be right back.
No worries. So nobody speaks Dwarvish. It's by default. Interesting.
We used to have someone that speaks Dwarvish.
Except you. I feel like someone has to speak Dwarvish. Wow, impressive. All right. Well, until he gets back, you're not quite sure what it says. We don't have any dwarfs with us either. Yeah, no, and you guys aren't from here. Actually, Jasper, roll a history check with disadvantage. See how lucky you are.
Ooh.
You reach
Wasn't
over.
it?
You kind of like lick the wax seal. No flavor. What kind of a person sends a wax seal with no flavor?
Seriously, this should taste better.
But yeah, no.
Jasper, do you not eat it?
If you put something in front of me, I'm most likely gonna taste it. How else are you gonna know whether it's good or not?
Jasper, about this time, I also need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Knew it.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
You got a little rumbly going on in the tummy.
You
shake it off though.
Yeah, I can strength that away. Force my ab muscles to just settle down that stomach. Shut up!
You beat your stomach with your ab muscles. There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Must be allergic to apples.
Not my favorite person right now, Def.
All right. So you have the letter. You just haven't had a chance to read it yet. You guys ready to head out?
Nothing better to
If
do.
our isn't already changed, she'll find someplace to change into the furs. Though, based on physiology, or midriff will be exposed.
So one quick item of note. I don't believe we've taken a long rest yet.
No.
No.
Haven't even taken a
We
short
left-
rest.
Got to this town, so we exited, got to the town, shopped. Some of us ate, but that's basically it. So if you guys want to rest too, that may be another thing to consider before
From
heading off.
what Joel has implied, we should be resting at, we assume probably his place, but that or a friend of his.
If all goes well, yeah. How you guys looking?
Do we have the 7th level slots yet? Or do we need to rest first?
Technically, you do have to rest to activate those 7th level slots.
Well, if that's
Well,
the case,
I have 2 level 3 slots and 4 Scorching Rays.
Actually, you're asking for the reason I think you're asking for, most likely, yes, Steph?
Uh-huh.
That's fine. If you guys all want to rest, it is an option.
Rest.
Y'all sleepy? You want a nap?
My tumbies rumbles.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
I give you a Nutrigrain bar.
I eat it.
How far out are we from where Jalal wants us to go? How many miles?
Well, it depends. He only was really recommending necessarily going home first because you guys were going to rest and head off to a location. If you're technically resting here, you could go straight to the location, save some time, and then head back that way on your way back. But up to you.
What do you think, guys?
Jasper wants to
How
rest.
far is your place, Joel?
He kind of looks maybe 6, 8 hours if the weather's fair.
What did you have in mind, Leah?
Oh, just a little something I've been working on. Haven't tested it yet, but it might work.
Is it dangerous?
Oh, no. No.
You're certain.
Fairly.
Dangerous? No. Addictive? Potentially. Jalal kind of looks over you at this point. Yes. Well, yeah. What did you have in mind?
8 hours is quite a while considering how exhausted most of us appear to be. I think I have just the thing we need. And I'm gonna start taking out the little baubles I have. So, the spoon, the marble, the ivory. And I'm gonna summon a door in front of us. And the door is
Alright.
gonna slowly open.
So as you summon the door, what does your door look like?
My door, it's this light blue wood, beautiful archway, very elegant. So I haven't put too much thought into it quite yet. It's not totally done, but it should do the trick.
So you watch as Leah summons forth this door, 5 feet wide, 10 feet tall, elegant, and it just opens up.
Ooh.
Come along then.
Poke my head in.
Wave people in.
All right. Do you all enter?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All
All right, as they enter the door, I tell them what they see.
So they walk into this large central open area with a very tall ceiling, lots of nicely carved pillars around the room, circular room. There's a bunch of different doorways that head off to various places, and then there's an upper floor which have smaller doors which look more like personalized rooms.
I like it.
There is a room for a main dining area where food is already prepared. There's a springs area, like a bathhouse. There's an area for training. And then there's a bunch of not super personalized rooms quite yet, but I'm working on it. Just if you want me to change anything, let me know. I'm fairly sure I can arrange things as we go.
Shalal just kind of looks around. He's like, I've always wondered what. Yes. He's like, at this point, what do your servants look like?
My servants are probably about 5 foot tall. They look vaguely elvish in nature, but they're just kind of these non-specific glowing entities that almost look like Leah's thought form.
Okay.
But they're kind of almost transparent, just dressed in like hard to see. They're kind of transparent. So
Okay.
it's going up.
So as you
Vaguely
guys
elvish.
enter in, you've watched a few of these individuals come in, take your coats. One comes out with like a tray of drinks and food. They just kind of like nod to you, Leah.
I nod back.
All right.
William would love this place.
I'm here now.
So you have
Welcome back.
spending your very first night in, what are you going to call your wonderful mansion, Leah?
I'll have to think on that one.
But you have found one of the best ways to have a good night's sleep if you still have a 7th level spell slot.
I'm gonna call it Siren's Respite.
There you go. All right. Bathhouse, food, rooms, all sorts of wonderful things. If you have questions, you can ask Leah about it. But yeah, whatever she's thought up is here for the day and the evening. This will last for 24 hours. So it's probably, what time did we say it was? It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon after all the stuff we did and eating, etc.
Sure. I could not recall off the top of my head.
Well, it's got 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys have been going at it hard for a couple of days, if not weeks, so easy enough to kind of settle in for the day. At this point, too, Thirst, did you have a way to read Dwarvish? Prepared?
Yeah, I can.
Ritual?
If I can do comprehend languages as a ritual.
Okay. They got a letter they wanted you to read.
Okay, I'll decipher.
All right, so the seal you find from reading the letter is the seal of Fulman Bing. What it says is congratulations for your recent placement in the Delve competition, and that you may claim your prize at Kurzden. You look down, you're kind of like looking at the Dwarvish currency because their trade's a little bit different. You do a quick bit of math roll and intelligence check.
A what check?
Intelligence. Oh, nice. You think about it for a second. You add it up in your head. The conversion comes out to about 25,000 gold pieces. So it seems like you guys won second place.
Looks like a nice chunk of change here.
What does it say?
Somewhere around 25,000 gold. It appears we have come in about second place or so in the tournament.
Ooh. Wait, what tournament?
There was a tournament? I didn't know we were a part of a tournament.
Don't worry, you could all die in the next one.
So if you only count the people
Well,
that were
I
actually
guess
in that, that's
some
a
ex-
pretty good split.
Now we're a
Is there an
team here.
explanation? Theris, myself, and a few others entered into a tournament called the Delve. Planar travel, a bunch of life-threatening puzzles and creatures. And that's actually how we ended up, gestures to Leah, on your plane.
Terrible luck, really.
Well, considering all the other places we could have potentially gone, I would say it wasn't the worst by far.
True enough, I suppose.
All right, so is there anything you guys want to do while you're hanging out in Death School House?
So, which room will we all be, or will each of us be staying in?
Oh, just go up the stairs, pick any room you like. Let me know if you want me to personalize it. I can have a little work with that.
As long as it's fireproofed, it should be okay.
Maybe. I'll
No,
give it a
no.
shot.
Fireproof.
Also, are the bath, is it just a bath, or Are there separate baths?
It's like one big springs. Did you want a separate bath? I could do that. You could just close the door. I mean, Jasper's already in there, but you could join him if you'd like.
You just hear splashing in the background.
No thanks.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a child playing in the bathtub.
It's a very big bathtub.
Yeah. Just throwing rocks in, pretending they're.
She'll start making her way up. She'll start making her way upstairs.
All right. Jalal will kind of go out and hang out where the food is and get a bite to eat. Just like looks confused as like he grabs food to eat it, like it's automatically replaced. Like a servant comes in and just puts more food down.
Tanya's gonna go up to Leah. Do you have a blacksmithing section?
A I perhaps could make a sort of workshop if that would suffice.
That would be great.
All right, just a moment. I'm gonna go up to the wall and place my hand on it, and
Sure.
just imagine a door with a blacksmith behind it.
Now you just watch as the door kind of forms around Leah's hand, and you kind of smell like a smoky metal smell coming from under the door. You open it up, and there's a workshop, blacksmithing, everything you can need.
I'm gonna go in there.
Just keep in mind, anything you get from here, other than like food that like nourishes you, cannot leave. So if you bring supplies in, you could use them to build things, but you couldn't necessarily use anything in here to build something and take it out.
Yeah, I was planning on using materials I have. Well, I mostly want to rebuild my homunculus.
Just mention day one disclaimer. All right. So
If we leave things in here, will they stay or will they come out with us?
They get popped out.
ejected.
Okay.
There are certain things we may make exceptions for. Like we'll possibly let decorations stay to some extent, but it doesn't actually necessarily store items.
Okay.
If you have like personal effects you guys want to put in there just to like keep records of places you've been and whatnot for fun, we could do that though. All right, so you guys eat, you explore. Oh, how many doses did you have for those?
I have enough for 5.
All right, so you're gonna make these by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead. How many are you trying to make right now?
I'll make 3 out of the 5.
All right, so for the first one, go ahead. Roll an intelligence check for me. All right. It's not your best work, but it's sufficient enough. You kind of get everything prepped and ready. As you go to kind of mix everything together and finalize, I need you to roll a dexterity check. And if you get tools,
Yeah, I have tinker tools and blacksmithing tools. I have every tool.
well, this specifically, they don't aid you in that. Do you have alchemy tools?
No.
What's your standard proficiency? Just the 3? Or what is your proficiency right now?
Plus 5.
I'll let you add your proficiency. So it's not your best work. It holds together, but definitely not your best. Oh, look, a spider. Hey, little friend. All right, next one.
You need the same 2 or just Dex?
I would say at this point you kind of have everything going. go ahead and roll an intelligence with advantage now that you've kind of warmed up a little bit. Like, okay, I got this. As you begin to mix, go ahead and roll a dexterity check with advantage now. So your first roll was a natural 20. Your second roll, you dropped the nat 1 and you rolled a nat 19. So with the uncertainty of your first creation, you pull off 2 perfect batches for the last 2. You don't need to roll another time.
Okay, what do you want me to label them both as?
Label the 2 good ones as effective firebombs, and label the third one as questionable fireball.
And can I actually make one more, but I want to do a little bit of modifying to it?
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna take one of the iron bars I have, and basically melt off a portion of it to make little spiked balls, like really just basically shrapnel.
Uh-huh.
And I want to put it in the firebomb, so when it goes boom, it goes out.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check on this one, as you're kind of going for a newer design. You kind of put it together. You just don't quite come up with the concept you need to actually hold them in place. You're able to produce the shrapnel parts you need easily enough, but you're just not able to kind of finalize on a design that will actually hold them and be effective. But you can continue working on it.
Okay. And I'm also gonna bring back my homunculus.
Okay. So say Tanya kind of hangs out in the lab for a couple of hours. Is anyone else wanting to do anything else?
I'm good.
All right.
Theris, you can identify things, correct?
Correct. Given
Any
time.
pearls?
I have a pearl. It does not. It's not consumed. I just need the time required. What are you needing me to identify?
Well, I have a thing, but didn't Ari also get a crystal recently from, Defts? Should we take a look at that?
Anything that has not been studied should be, of course. Just to know what we're dealing with.
I'm gonna call over Ari.
She's currently upstairs in one of the rooms.
I will summon one of my magical butlers to go retrieve her.
You don't have like a magical intercom system?
All right. You hear on the door.
She'll wander over and open the door.
You see one of the servants kind of motions for you to follow and like hovers backwards.
All right. She'll follow, closing the door behind her.
Just leads you to Leah.
Ari, did you want to take a look at that gem? Now that we have a moment.
Yeah. Just she'll pull out the dark crystal.
All right. And then Leah, you were wanting to look at one too?
I've got a couple things.
What you guys got? I mean, I know what you got.
I also have a rock.
You do have a rock.
I have a rock. I've had this rock for a long time. I don't know what it does.
You got that rock back at the Pixie Grove. Or near to the
I
Pixie
did.
Grove, I believe.
Well, I can tell you
did.
what this dark crystal does without spending the time. It sucks the souls out of gelflings.
It sucks the souls out of what?
Gelflings. It's a dark crystal.
Oh. That.
Alright, so, Theris, which weird crystal would you like to identify first? Each one of them has one.
I'll do Aries first.
Alright, Ari. This crystal, as Theris kind of identifies it, it almost responds to his magic as you watch it kind of crack away. And you see within this crystal numerous different shapes. And then you kind of like look at it as he's identified, and you see an eye blink at you within the crystal.
A familiar looking eye?
No.
No.
Nope. Theris. It is. That open for you?
Were you messaging me in Discord or something else?
I
Oh,
opened
wait,
there
there it is. It was behind one of my other windows.
And while he was identifying the eye, specifically looked towards Ari.
It didn't necessarily look at you. You were just like looking at this crystal as it became more exposed, and it just blinked. Like what kind of just looked like a pattern in the crystal. You didn't realize it was actually able to blink at you.
It looks like if you use your innate magic, you can also now, if you focus with this crystal, you can pull some of the power of the far realms out of it to assault your enemies with psychic powers. And I'll share what it does mechanically.
All right, so this is the Far Realm Shard. This writing crystal is steeped in warped essence of the Far Realm. As an action, you can attach the shard to a tiny object, such as your weapon or a piece of jewelry, or detach it. If it falls off, or if your attunement ends, you can also use this as a spellcasting focus. While you use a metamagic option on a spell while you're holding or wearing the shard, you can use cause a slimy tentacle to rip through the fabric of reality and strike one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The creature must succeed on a charisma saving throw against your spell DC or take 3d6 psychic damage and become frightened until the start of your next turn. And it looks like the one on the far left.
It's kind of funky looking. I like it.
You said it can be attached to a weapon or a piece of clothing?
Here, I'll just drop it
That would be easier.
in chat. A Far Realm Shard. Do you do Death's item or Leah's item as well?
I have 2 items actually. I need to identify them. I'm in the figurine still.
Yeah, I'll do both.
All right,
Okay.
so you go ahead and identify the figurine of Wondrous power. This one is slightly different for you. So I'll get you the specific time because I think this one may be wrong. Oh, no, this one's right. A figurine wonders power of a statue would be small to fit in your pocket. If you use an action to speak the command word and throw the figurine to point on the ground within 60 feet, the figurine becomes a living creature. The space where creature appears occupied by other creatures' objects, or if there's enough space for the creature, it doesn't become a creature. The marble statue is 4 inches high, and it can become a mammoth for up to 24 hours. Once it's been used, it cannot be used again for 7 days. It understands your languages, obeys your spoken commands. If you issue no commands, the creature defends itself, but takes no other actions, blah, 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 blah.
I'm very pleased with my collection. I'm just going to become one of those old ladies that has a ton of little porcelain figurines.
The knickknacks.
Yep. You're the tea lady. All right. Second item. It's a very similar looking item as you review this one, Theris. This is a Feywild Shard. It is the shard on the far right side.
Oh!
The cool looking one. Well, they were all cool, but
This warm crystal glints with the sunset colors of the Feywild sky and evokes whispers of emotional memory. As an action, you could attach the shard to a tiny object such as a weapon of joy, or detach it. If it falls off, it falls off of your attunement to it ends. You could use the shard as a spellcasting focus like the other one. When using magic option on a spell while you're holding or wearing the shard, you can roll on the wild magic surge table in the player's handbook. If the result is a spell, it is too wild to be affected by your meta magic. And if it normally requires concentration, it doesn't require concentration in this case. The spell will last for its full duration. If you don't have a wild magic sorcerer's origin, once the property is used, roll on the wild magic surge table. It can't be used again until the next dawn. So only one use if you're not wild magic.
Okay.
But it is a crystal from the Feywild.
Which one is it? Is it the middle or the one on the right?
The one on the right, I believe.
The one on the right.
Okay.
The one with the tree.
Although I was like, is that the Shadowfell? Like, I could kind of see it being, but hard call.
Oh yeah, I suppose it could.
It could
So
be
one
the
of those,
center
the
one, too.
Shadowfell one, is Feywild's.
Believe so. It's a cool looking stone. We'll just put it at that. We'll confirm which one it is later.
I would have to imagine the one with the raven and the darker tone is probably Shadowfell. The tree
That's
has
where I
no
was gonna
leaves
go.
on it. There's a
Exactly.
raven. Yeah.
All right, so we say you have
Yeah, the
pink
brighter
Shadowfell.
colored one's got to be Fey.
All right. Anyone else have items to identify or anything else you guys want to do before we long rest?
Yeah, Tyrant's actually gonna go find Leah.
You're busy. You're working in the lab for a couple hours already.
Yeah, after I'm done with the lab. You said before we rest.
Well, let's see what they're doing. If no one else is doing anything, nobody.
Aria is going to use her communication mirror to see if she can get a hold of Eskel.
Are you trying to use sending?
If that's what it does, then yes.
What are you
But
trying to do?
the mirror that Soren gave her.
Oh, that doesn't go to Eskel. You just want to
Okay,
see
so
her.
it goes to a specific mirror.
I mean, you can talk to the mirror if you want. Do you want to talk to the mirror?
Did you drop my rock?
Oh, hold on.
I don't see it.
Where did it go? Come on.
Actually, I guess no. Think about it. Did Eskel have a mirror of communication to Soren?
Oh.
I don't remember if he showed us one or not.
That was
Okay, in that case, no, she will.
You've talked to him
She will
via
not.
like sending before.
I wasn't sure. Okay, I forgot whether or not he had a mirror or not.
I mean, he may, but not to your knowledge now. Ah, there you are. Now you're dead. Ah. All right. So, sleepy time?
Leah. That night. The events that happened back at Satesh's home. Did anything strike you as odd?
Most of it was out of the ordinary, I'd say, but anything in particular?
I'm just trying to figure some stuff out. How about to you, Theris?
I'm sorry, what?
At Satesh's place, did anything strike you as odd?
Just there.
The whole experience and the way things were, it's as if he was. That wasn't his anymore, but Def's and the others. Because he'd been gone for a very long time. Not to mention, how did the others find out who he is, where his place was, and how to access it, and what did they steal? Everything about it was odd.
Or how they got behind the door?
And not trigger the Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Unless one of the versions of Satesh sent them with command words or something, or ways to bypass.
But why would Satesh send them to kill Taft?
Why does any evil creature do anything? Who knows what had gone on? And Deft wasn't Deft.
He was caught, wasn't he? Maybe he was just cleaning up loose ends.
So sad to think of Def as a loose end.
No.
You hear at this point from down the stairs, like, don't worry, we'll find out.
Such a law.
I think we're downstairs, so.
We're
Oh, yeah.
somewhere.
Well, then you're down with him. At this point, though, you hear coming down the stairs, and you see a small halfling riding a tray down your stairs. As Fidrick, who you had lost track of, apparently has been having the time of his life running around your mansion. It's like, this place is great!
The servants are just chasing after him, picking up whatever he knocks over.
Pretty much. Good thing you have 100 of them.
She can dedicate about 50 of them to him, and 25 to maintenance, and then 25 to actual serve.
Is there something odd about the events that recently transpired that sticks out to you, Ari, or?
There were 3
In my house? In my nice house?
On the bank table.
Missed his pants.
The man that protects
One
you
for
all in battle.
you,
Oh,
You just see one of the
for
little
Daft.
servants walks up with a mop. It's like
I don't
puts it on the ground by Jasper's leg.
I don't want to know.
No, that's a critical. That means he managed to piss his entire pants without
No.
spilling a drop on the floor.
I pissed all your pants and
Go ahead, Ari.
There were 3 death arrows. One for you, one for Daft, not one directed at me.
Jeez, they were very
Maybe
adamant
they-
about not.
Not
That-
either you weren't a target or they didn't have time to target you first.
They were adamant about not killing me?
Then they need information or something from you, would be my guess.
Looks to her right hand.
Or
Or
she's a
something.
princess.
A sight to behold.
I see what you did there.
A sight to beholder.
You took my breath away and my magic.
That ambush was laid for you.
Yes, they want my staff or my hand.
Daft had been there for a while. We saw the footprints. He didn't notice the explosion, and you know how keen his ears are. The door is not soundproof. I could hear him flapping on the other side.
And he was shot in the back.
They waited till just before we opened the door to shoot him, and then waited for you. They had to find a way in there without him ever noticing.
But how would they know we would be there?
Mhm.
So if it was a
And
setup
then
to get me,
Jaeger, Nicodemus told Jaeger to wait in a pot to give us the flute. How would Nicodemus know that we were coming? When has Jaeger ever listened to him? And
So
then
true.
he just disappears moments after?
it's almost
How
as
long
if
has he been waiting there?
I don't know. It's almost as if we're being guided by some great mysterious hand. There's definitely a game of chess going on here, I feel.
And then Thanos, the big demon, emerges out of the water, smashes the mirror, and then just disappears. If we
There's
wanted to destroy the mirror, we could have done so long ago.
You do know there's just as a bit of extra information. Back to the Delve, they were the team that did dispatch Thessia and Thanos. So it is likely from the reappearance, it's likely the way they were dispatched, they probably managed some level of control over them, whether it be them returning to the plane early or something along those lines.
But if they had killed the demon, the demon wasn't there for revenge. It was like it had a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they didn't want us
And then-
to continue.
And they split up. One group raiding the armory, the other group waiting in ambush. And then Where is everyone else? There were 4 doors. Nicodemus is alive. Somewhere. Kale and... looks to... what? The, other woman's name? That they were both somewhere. Left
Oddly
here.
enough, though, to point out to you, Ari, and to everybody, you are a little bit confused by the whole Kale thing because you just left Kale before you went into that mansion.
Mm-hmm. Though a different looking Kale.
A very different looking Kale.
I think that tomorrow Jalal is going to take us to wherever his place is. We're going to get some answers to these questions. For now, I just can't come to the conclusions we need. There's not enough information. But tomorrow, hopefully we'll learn a couple things.
Hopefully.
All right. So we take our rest?
Is it time to have time to find Leah?
Yeah, you can talk. I'm just going to long rest this for long rest.
Because she said about being able to send a message.
Mhm.
I wanted to send a message to. Hold on, I got written down here. To Lady Penelope.
Oh, shit.
What?
Snitch! Snitch!
I can't think. He has something I want.
Lady Penelope, in 200 years, do not go with that party. Okay, wait.
There will be a singer, and if you take her with you,
I'm gonna have to cast it with a 5th level spell. Which is
You're about to rest anyways. It's fine.
Yeah, that's why I waited till before you go take the
Yeah,
rest.
yeah.
I'll
So you're
take
gonna
out.
send-
Yeah, and if she needs an item that could be related to her.
I've met her.
Scout.
I think I've met her, right?
Ari was more familiar, but I would say,
She does technically have the other half of Scout.
yeah, if you scout as a catalyst,
No, Leah did not meet her.
I don't know. Yeah, but if you
Because,
scout,
Ari went to introduce Leah to her, but her and
oh
Jason
yeah, oh
Or,
yeah, at the bar.
chatting.
Yeah.
If you use scout as a catalyst, it would be fine.
Yeah, I'll give her a Scout, and I'll basically tell you, I need you to let her know that her husband she's looking for is on a tropical island, and I'm going to describe what I saw.
All right. So, the sake of not torturing Leah, because Leah's the one that's got to come up with it, we'll say
You're
you
gonna torture her.
form. Fine, Leah, you got 24 words. Figure it out.
Oh my god. Give me more information, Dark, on the island.
I didn't write too much more. I just know it's a tropical island. What I know.
Oh, your husband's on some island. I don't know where it is.
So you know how, like, when you're in high school and you like had to meet a word quote on your paper, and you would intentionally like add extra shit in there just to make it super long.
Hey.
It kind of feels like that. Like, hello, honorable Lady Penelope.
The fact that I kept notes is a miracle in itself.
I'll take what I can get. So what 24 words would you like to tell Lady Penelope about her missing husband?
Do I remember where those islands looked like they were located? I think we talked about this a little bit.
From what you could gather, it was off the western coast of Arcadia, probably likely somewhere between northern and southern Arcadia.
There you
It looks like
go.
a warmer climate. There. We'll just say you send that.
Oh, and make sure you know
Sure.
she knows it's from Tanya.
Love Tanya.
Also, make sure to send the entire message in Morse code.
Absolutely.
Leah, as you send the message, you see 3 orbs of light swirling around in front of you. as you see a translucent projection of a small female gnome standing before you. Where is he?
I elbow Tanya.
Oh, he's on.
Oh, love. And
Hello!
she kind of just like goes over and her hand goes through you. Oh, sorry. You found him?
I have a possible location. He's on the tropical island. He off of You said the Western Arcadia.
Yeah.
Western Arcadia, somewhere between the north and south. We came across this awesome mirror that showed me.
I've always wanted to go to the tropics, and he said it didn't fit that. Well,
So as soon as I found out, I figured I would let you know.
well, thank you, love. If you are in town, stop by.
Okay.
Until then, I have a good-for-nothing husband to catch.
Good luck. Give him a good whopping for me.
And you just watch the orbs fade away. High-level illusionist wizards.
I'm gonna take out 5 gold. I think I have 5 gold. Yeah, 5 gold, and give it to Leah and say thank you.
Why are you paying me? I don't need to be paid. I'll
Like a
take it.
favor.
Sure.
I already handed it over.
This is why I like Death. Death
Whatever.
just would have pocketed the 5 gold. Like, yep.
You should always be paid for your services.
Sure, why not?
And if you ever need some enchantments, just bring me the materials.
Any other messages we want to send out tonight? Or are we resting? Do you have slots?
I'm out of slots for messages.
All right.
Oh wait, no,
then.
I've got one. One more.
You got one more? You got one more message to send to anybody, or are you sleeping?
Tanya's going to bed.
All right, then. Sleepy, sleepy. Long rest.
That would also be appreciated.
Help yourself.
All right. So as everyone goes to bed,
Thank you.
Ari takes advantage of the solo baths. As you guys arise,
Mm-hmm.
it's a wonderful breakfast prepared by deaf servants. As you get ready to depart for the trip of the day, Jalal kind of sits there and looks at you guys as you're eating breakfast. He's like, well, we've taken some time to rest. We might as well go straight to the caverns. No sense wasting any time. Like it's are you all ready to go?
I
Yep.
think we are.
I'm ready as I'm gonna be, since I can't get, unless you know where we can get lockbox worth 400 gold.
Ah,
Did you give us a long rest?
Yeah, I did.
I'm still wounded.
Are you in the combat tracker? You are. I don't show you wounded.
I just got rid of it.
You are not wounded. All right, so everyone is rested up.
Also, Ari will have the dark shard on.
Okay. What are you attaching it to?
Well, since she doesn't have a weapon, the only piece of jewelry is her amulet, I guess, to the bottom of her amulet.
Right. So you watch as you touch it to the amulet, and it kind of wraps like these little tendrils around it and pulls itself into the amulet and kind of forms into a solid piece.
Even though the amulet is a magic item?
Can I even attune to the Feywild Shard?
It just looks like it went to that side. You could attune to it. You don't gain any benefit from it, though.
Okay.
But it is from the Feywild. So for those of you who have like plane shift, these items are from the locations that they appear to be from.
Cool. I
All
will
right.
attune to that.
You don't really need to attune to it. You could just use it as a spell.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a sorcerer item, but because the shard itself is from the Feywild, you could use it as your spell component to we would like to plane shift to the Feywild. Just by having it with you.
Can I use it for the wild magic thing?
No, because you have to
Okay.
actually. If you multi-classed into sorcerer, you potentially could, but you probably don't want to.
All right, I'll just hang on to it.
That,
Alright.
or if you took the meta magic depth.
Not true. You just have to be able to use meta magic. I think technically you're supposed to be a sorcerer to return it, but we could probably forgo that.
That's probably what the original intention was, but it only specifies when you use a meta magic option. So,
But it
any meta
requires
magic
attunement
ability.
by a sorcerer
As long
from the rarity. So uncommon requires attunement
does it
by sorcerer.
require to? Oh, okay.
But if you wanted to expend a whole feat to get it, we could probably work with something. But yeah, other than that, you could use it to teleport to the Feywild. All right. So you open the door, and it is cold as you guys step out, right outside the city gates.
I put my winter clothes on.
We'll say you already had one for the most part. Before you guys leave for the day, Lahal's going to cast Mage Armor.
I will also cast Mage Armor.
Put on my robe and wizard hat.
Yeah, seeing him do so, she will follow suit.
That is not the right button.
All right, so he's got that. He kind of looks at everyone. Jasper only has a warm hat. Like, all right.
Keep my ears warm.
It's like, be warned, this is
Jasper has a warm hat.
a dangerous trip.
Aries mid.
Jason's kind of like getting prepped up and ready. It's like, so, I guess, come with me, as he will lead you forward. Well, he's not good at survival. And I'm like, it's okay, that's not too bad. This is 17.
Jasper's in nothing but a hat. Aries midriff is open.
All right.
I have
as you
loincloth
guys
on.
begin your ascent further north. I'll just pick on you guys. How do we want to do this one? Typically, Jason would be our tracker in here, but with him out, I'm going to put you up front, Jasper.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
You got it.
Okay. You guys make it about an hour in. The snow starts to pick up and visibility becomes kind of scarce. And you hear these weird sounds, Jasper.
Hold my hand up. It's a fist. They're behind me.
Everyone kind of stops. Shalal pauses for a moment.
Ari will look around.
Roll a perception.
Point to my ears. You don't see anything. It's just snow. As far as you can see, Ari. Jasper, roll a perception check. See what you heard. You kind of like look about. You hear like weird sounds, but you don't hear any movement on the snow. But you don't see anything. Joel looks back from like, what is it? I hear snow crunching. I hear movement.
It's like he looks down at you walking. Looks back up at you.
Other than us?
I was standing still when I heard it.
I just have to ask.
Glare at him a little bit. But kind of nod as my head, too.
He looks around. Well, doesn't see anything. Maybe we'll just proceed forward with caution.
Should we stealth through?
Up to you guys.
If only someone could cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
If only.
As a free action off their staff.
It's not free. It costs charges.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Doesn't
Pass
that
that trace is free.
Okay. Well, then I'll put that one.
That's why I hate that stat so much.
I think I missed the most from Arvis, that staff.
Well, then we will be more silent.
You focus the your channeling crystal off Arbus's staff, and you concentrate on Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
All right,
yeah, I've
everyone
got
go
it
ahead and roll
coded
a
in.
stealth check.
Never mind. Just a second, I'll put it on everybody.
Oh. I already added it to herself anyway.
Ah, damn it. I guess I didn't have it coded. That's just the concentration for me. I've got a
It's fine.
recode
Just
for
add a
everybody
plus
else.
10 to your guys' rolls. All right, got
Sorry.
24. Joel rolled a 30. That's a 24. Ooh, 31. Snazzy. 28. Wow, 27. Everyone rolled really good. I need to roll for Jason and Sora. Sora.
It's just stealth plus 10, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the 22 for Sora. And Jason. Oh, he's at the top, of course. That's a stealth check for him. Oh, he's got good stealth too. That is a 24 for Jason. Oh no, 34 for Jason.
Very nice.
All right, so Sora had the worst roll, but even then, not too bad. So, you guys proceed for the next probably about 2 or 3 hours as you kind of crest over a lower like tundra hill. As you guys come over the top, go ahead and roll a perception check for me if you would like to. As you kind of open up into a flatter plane.
Oh.
As you guys kind of walk out, the snow has seemed to kind of die down for a bit. It's easier to see on this plane. It's extremely flat, though. And it just continues on for at least several miles. And you look above you and you see these strange black birds that seem in a place. About 3 of them just hovering over you guys' general vicinity in a large circle.
Is that normal?
Would I know that that was normal?
Roll a survival or history check for you. Having grown up in a similar location. You've grown up in the mountains and lived in the mountains a lot, Jasper. You've never seen this animal. It's like a featherless blackbird.
Featherless blackbird. That shit ain't supposed to be up there.
About the size of like a raven.
That's some unholy shit up there right now, boys.
What do you wish to do?
Can Jason, you want to take a couple of them out?
Jason begins to draw his bow back.
Jalal,
Yes?
do you know what these are?
No, never seen anything like it. Want me to kill him? Jason just loses a shot because it's totally what Gronkum would have done.
But Jason would have
Yeah, that's what it
That's what both of them would have done.
done.
You just watch as the longbow shoots. As it strikes one, and you just watch one kind of fall and plummet from the sky as the other two fly off. About 300 feet off in the distance.
We go and collect the bird.
As you run over, Jasper,
Mm-hmm.
you look about 300 feet past the bird as you kind of come up to collect it, and you see something low in the snow, kind of like lifting up and slowly stalking towards you. It's
Can
a
I make out what-
large four-legged creature. 2 horns. Probably. Well, here. Let me grab this.
So
That's it, right?
So
Towards
what
me.
does I- Dinner
Can I-
showed up.
Can I rage? No. Activate a rune.
It has not attacked you yet. It's still about 300 feet away.
What is it, charging at us?
No, it looks like it's slowly stalking towards your direction. You just happen to see it in the snow.
Oh,
But
no.
it is it's a huge creature. Like, it's big. Like, you kind of like wince and like look like, how big is that? And like as this thing starts to get closer, you're like, oh, he big. This is a size huge creature.
Mm. Mm.
And it begins to kind of go into a takeoff towards you guys. What are you guys all doing?
We can scare it and make me big.
Tari takes to the sky.
All right, you take to the sky. All right, with that, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously?
That's about normal.
God damn it.
Jason. Good lord, his initiative's insane.
So I imagine the initiative order is probably gonna go Jason, Leah, Sora,
Whoa!
Ari,
I actually
Jalal.
rolled a 20.
Oh. Correction. Apparently it'll be Jason, Tanya, Leah, or Jalal,
Nope.
Theris, and Jasper.
Don't forget
Well,
Sora.
Jasper, Theris, I mean.
Jasper still needs to roll.
I mentioned Sora on the first one.
I rolled.
I just rolled for Sora. I don't actually. You have no initiative. Are you
Yeah,
using
he
the right
rolled a 9.
Jasper? There's not 2 Jaspers in here. I see.
There's more than one.
You have 2 Jaspers, my friend. You're on the wrong Jasper.
What?
Uh-oh.
Why are
How
there two
many
Jaspers?
Jaspers do you need?
I don't know.
Why
There can
Oh,
be
wait,
only
are-
one.
are you on the wrong Jasper?
No, I have the one that's in the combat tracker.
Obviously, we need to have the Jaspers fight together.
I'm sure they're probably both the same. I don't know why there's 2 though.
They need to fight to the death. Only the real Jasper can be allowed in.
Yeah, I see 2 of them. Both level 13. Both server owned.
Here, hold on. All right, the one with 1 wound is not the one you want to be on.
1 wound.
Take him. So now you only have 1 Jasper. There you
Okay.
go. I was like, yeah, you were rested earlier. That's why you weren't healed. You're on one that wasn't in the combat tracker. There's something strange here. Okay. Better.
I mean, I can do the 9. I don't care either way.
And Theris is, of course, at the very bottom of the initiative. All right. So let me just grab a snow map real quick. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. No, not that. The hell is this? Oh, that's a super old map. We are just going to use this map for this. No, we'll just find a white map. Do. I just uploaded one today. There we go. Let's use. Make that one work. Sure, we'll use this one. Do. Oh, they removed the folder icon. They have the quick icon for the folder in here anywhere, There's?
Do they have what?
So you know how the folder for like image assets used to be in the image asset? Oh, maybe it's just here.
I think it's under data now.
Okay.
Or at least I know mine has one. I don't know if that's something I'd set up or that's part of it.
I have another way to get to it real quick.
Yeah, because I can't see what you have. Make sure also at the top it's not you've got tokens, portraits, all, or whatever. Make sure you got
Yeah, come on.
all selected.
Subtle differences.
He sorts that out. By the way, for those unaware, in your inventory, there's actually an attunement section now.
Yeah, they had that in the last patch, I think.
What is it?
I think so.
Yeah, attunement,
Basically, yeah, there's a little dash underneath a triangle with an A. It's attunement. If the item has attunement or it can be attuned, there'll be a
Oh,
little
yeah.
circle. You check that off to keep track, and up at the top it tells you how many attuned items you have attuned.
Where did it go? Oh, I guess we could do that too. No? It's alright, I know where this file is. I haven't bookmarked all my Unity crap yet. Do. Data, fantasy grounds. That's wrong. Where is that stupid? Nope, that's Fantasy Grounds. What is the roaming folder for Unity versus Fantasy Grounds? Do you remember theirs?
The folder for what?
The roaming folder for app data for Unity. Fantasy Grounds is roaming Fantasy Grounds campaigns.
Oh shit, I don't remember.
Yeah, they used to have the folder button you just click on. I do not see that shit anymore. I bet you I know where it is though.
Yeah, I've just got a shortcut on the desktop now.
I found one. Alright, perfect. I got what we need. No. There we go. I found it. Why is it not updating? Interesting. Whatever, we're just gonna use this mount for the shits and giggles.
I cast Exterminatus.
We've been here before. This is where we fought the werewolf.
For the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a voice mod.
Yeah, that was creepy as hell.
Well, you said Exterminatus, so I was making sure we all.
All right, so we'll
Glad we're all
say
on the same page here.
Jason will call over here. We'll put Sora over here as well. Tanya, put you there. Leah, Jalal will be here. All right, you said you were in the air.
Yeah, she takes this guy. So.
Jasper,
I would have
you're
activated
close.
my hill room. Seeing it run at me.
Fair enough.
There you go.
There's. I think that's everybody. You watch this giant behemoth starts barreling towards you, Jasper. It brings us to Jason's turn. Jason sees this running off in the distance. I think we are all safe to agree that Jason would probably shoot it. Safe bet? Safe bet.
Probably. Jason tends to have a very quick bow arm, I guess.
Sharpshooter shot?
It's quick draw, McGraw.
That's a hit. Plus 10. Dealing a total of 21 points of damage. Second shot. Just a flat shot. Actually, he'll do another sharpshooter. That one goes wide. His last shot, he'll just do normal. For another 10 points of damage. He will then run over here behind the tree. Sora. Sora's movement. 50 feet. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50. And he's going to take the dodge action. Tanya.
Gonna hit it with a firebolt.
Ooh.
Nice.
Definitely hit it with that fire.
Is it in range of your fireball? I think it is, right?
It should be. I
Got
have
spell sniper,
I got
so
spell sniper.
250 feet.
Oh, yeah. Spell sniper. You're good.
240.
Not even a shoot for the little pipsqueak.
If
Fire
it's
away. Oh, that's some dice. Ooh.
Dang.
Jesus.
I'm gonna fly up.
49 points of fire damage. What? Oh.
I'm gonna fly up 20 feet.
All right. Leah.
Because I love him, I'm going to cast Enlarge on Jasper.
Not enough to tell me what's in the applesauce, though.
Go ahead and drop
worry.
the damage bonus on him.
Josh Berg.
Go on, my champion.
Rah!
And bonus action thought form.
Right.
And I'm going to move 5, 10, 20, 25.
Oh, hold on, let me get that shit off. There you go. Go ahead and just move. There you
Oop.
go.
Cool. That's it.
All right. At this point, Shadal kind of yells at you. Watch out, they're pack animals.
Mm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Hello, Slumber.
Hello.
Oh,
Well-
you're just in time.
I heard from Techno.
Jalal.
It's not Tanya's fault this time, Slumber. I didn't shoot the thing first.
That's a ray of frost. Natural 20.
That's a drink.
Fucking
Second one.
Still can't let a fire spell outdo his ice magic.
So that's 8d8 damage.
Yeah, kill it before I get to it.
Frustrations on a behemoth.
Why is my shit? Oh, Silver must be loaded.
I'm back.
Like someone.
Sorry.
Welcome. Oh no, you're good. I was just like, what?
I'm gonna argue the thing actually shatters because you know how it is when something's heated and instantly cooled.
All right, so it takes a total of 35 points of cold damage as you just watch this beam fly by your ear, Jasper. It's a little bit chilly. And he does take a 10-foot movement reduction for his next turn.
Do we still have Heroes Feast?
At this
That's one
point,
off, right?
no.
No, it should
Yeah,
have
be
won.
gone by
I
now.
believe that.
Anyone need it?
I believe it lasted until we rested.
I think a lot of us need it removed.
I need it removed.
critical.
Everyone have it.
Won't let me remove it.
Jason, I'll get it.
That's my character, or I'm still loading in.
All good.
You missed the sleepover, Silver.
You did. Someone got a magnificent mansion.
Nice.
It was so magnificent. It's so magnificent.
I'm covered in
Oh, thank
frosting right now.
Oh.
It sounds amazing.
I don't know why, but
Kinky.
when I woke up and my pants were all clean, it was cool.
All right, so he's got his 10-foot reduction. That's his action, his movement. He's just gonna hang out and hide behind you, buddy. All right.
What are we hitting?
So is that accurate as to its placement, or
Where it currently is? Yeah.
just going to fly forward? And she's going to hurl a firebolt at it. Oh, that's not a 20. And then she's going to look around to see if she can see any more movement in the surrounding area.
Roll a perception check. Ari, you see movement to the north.
How far out?
Maybe 50 feet. North of Tanya and Thers.
Okay. Does it look like it's coming in towards them?
Probably. Or just in towards the group of people in general.
She she'll call out, Tanya Theris, there's another one there. Point towards.
Alright. You point it out. It starts kind of like running towards the party as well.
I'd just like to point out I don't like this map because I almost died on this one.
Oh, with Frostbite?
Yeah.
Anything else, right?
No, she's gonna.
Alright, Mr. Giantsman.
It's not gonna go all out.
Yay.
So you're enlarged by Leah. So that's an extra D4 to your attack. So I don't know if Leah dropped that on you already.
I did.
No.
Good.
Oh,
She did.
Oh. Cool. Then. Oh, I see it. I'm going to Giant's Might. I get big.
Allow me.
Ah,
So you're now 30 feet tall.
so big.
You are bigger than them because they're down on all fours. If they stand up, they're pretty comparable. Like they're big, but you're pretty comparable at the moment.
Really. I'm gonna charge
So I don't think you. What's your movement speed?
35.
So you don't have to get to them.
30.
I mean, you could dash, but then you couldn't hit them.
No, I'm just gonna go right here.
All right. Anything else you want to do? Hold action, bonuses.
No. Bonus actions. I'm not gonna hold. I'm not gonna lose my reaction.
All right.
No, I'm good.
End of your turn. Behemoth. So Jasper, you watch as the behemoth goes down and jumps straight at you. As it lands, it's going to go ahead and make a claw attack at you.
Also, where's the halfling in all this?
Good question. And then a second claw attack at you. Ooh, it does get its damage bonus from its jump. You take a grand total of
The fuck?
48 points of damage.
Is that the reduced damage?
A lot.
You have your resistance
yeah.
up.
I do.
Would be
Yeah,
what
partially
type of damage is
resisted.
it?
Bludgeoning, slashing, piercing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Your resist is only a -1 to the damage. It's not a full resistance by the looks of it.
Your
Your
resistance
old
might be
room.
coded wrong.
Oh, it's coded wrong.
I was like, why? You only save 1 point.
That's weird. Why is it? Yeah, that was the pre-code from the pack.
The -1 you have on it, yeah. I think I have one. Hold on. I can give one to you too. Which rune is that? The hog?
Hill. Oh, hog. I think so. Yeah.
Here it's. I don't know if it'll let me do this.
Huh. It doesn't show it.
I have one. Hog, please. Put that in the code.
Yeah, that's what I have on my code.
No,
It changed.
you have -1 on yours. So if you just take out the -1,
So
that'll
you should have taken 24.
correct. So 24 points of damage. You got to kill that
Less
-1. Boop. So if you take the -1 out of your coding and save it, and then reapply it, that will make you good.
It's the thing is that it's not in my coding.
Really?
So it says room, comma or colon, resist, semicolon, bludgeoning, slashing, piercing, self. So 10 rounds, self, never.
I like the actual coding. 1 second. That is weird. How come invoke priest special? Yeah, I don't know why it's putting the -1 in. Here, I'll just drop one on you for now. Bowie has one.
Yeah, see if Bowie's changes. Because I pulled this from.
Yeah, yours is good. I just put his on yours. I have hand-wrote all his shit, though.
You hand wrote it all?
Yeah, I made him a long time ago. Oh, did I put the
That
wrong
was
one
just.
on?
Yeah, you just put the poison.
I have both. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Well, technically, you have that too automatically, right?
Yes, I should.
There, see? Favor done.
Thank you.
Activation hot rune. Oh, it is self, but we'll try. Yeah, there you go. All right, and then I adjusted your damage. Okay. So that was its 2 attacks. You see it's the second one to the north. Comes running. It's actually just going to jump from there, and it's going to land next to the 2 of you. I need...
I'm 20 feet in the air.
Go ahead and make a 20-foot arrow next to you, just so I can remember you're there.
Good.
It does.
Oh, you have a black arrow. I couldn't see it.
gotta
There,
install
can you
it.
make a dexterity save?
Dex save, you said?
Yep. All right, you do fail, so you take
How much does he fail by?
5 points of bludgeoning damage as you just shake from this giant creature landing on the ground. You kind of like fall over and catch your balance. Is then going to make its attacks. So first attack. That's 20. It does get its damage bonus from its jump. It's a one-time thing, which is 43 points of damage. Does knock out your Pass Without a Trace. And then just 1 plain claw attack. Natural 19.
If Theros wants to pass that, he can automatically.
No, that was the pass without trace. That's not a big deal. It's already
You can do
failed
as
us.
many as 23 points of damage from the second attack. That ends its turn. There's.
Let's see. Trying to decide if I want to play with one of my new things or not. No, I think I will play it safe. And I'm going to expend a charge and heal myself.
You hold the rod, you watch as you're revitalized.
It's always in contact with me, so I just like kind of think about it, like, ouch, that hurt, heal me.
And just glows.
I
You
want
feel
to
the
move,
warmth.
but I don't, so
I hope your rod is always in contact with you.
yep. I always keep my hand on my rod.
Can't let a legendary item like that go loose freely. Alright, top of the round. Wow, Ari at the top of the round.
Well, Aries is going to swoop over to just above the creature. And she's also going to test out one of her new abilities. She's going to twin spell a fireball,
Okay.
sending one at the one below her and one over at the one by Jasper.
Fair enough.
That's unfortunate.
It's at 30 feet, right, Ari?
It is within 30 feet. That is why she flew over there. So we'll go ahead and conjure up the power of the gem.
Yeah, is it 30 feet for the tentacle or 15? I think it's 30, right?
It's 30.
Perfect. Oh no! So it is frightened, it takes damage. So you watch as Ari kind of focuses, firebolt, and then you just watch this giant tentacle just kind of like emanates off Ari's shoulder and whips out at the behemoth striking damage, kind of recoils back and then fades away.
Nice.
Low roll, but very nice.
Yeah, my damage rolls have been rather low this session. I think that's 2 11s and a 7.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. All right, so that's your action with a little bit of finesse. Anything else?
It's looking in rough shape. We'll preserve those sorcery points for now.
Big man.
Ooh, I came on quick.
How low did Jason roll?
Must have been really low. He's normally like always at the top. He has a 15,
And
so he
have
rolled a
2
2.
people go before him.
Yeah, his initiative is a 13, so he rolled a 2.
Oh well. Alright, let's see. Everything on me. Okay, I'm gonna reckless attack. Great weapon master. This guy.
Just you remember, if you reckless, everything gets advantage on you this round.
That's why I hope I kill it in 1 round.
There.
That
25
And-
points of damage.
and drop that. And attack again. Reckless.
What was the second one from?
That was my Giant's Might extra damage.
Why are you rolling it separately? Yeah, I got to remove one from it though, because you have your strength modifier.
Oh.
Or what's it? Here, I'll get you one. Hold on. Where did it go? Do. That is for Giant Fight.
Correct.
D8.
D8. Yeah, I didn't use my token because I didn't upgrade it from a D6.
I got you.
Recode it.
All right, so you have a D8 on you right now.
No, it was only on that one attack.
No, I coded you.
Oh. Get it. All right. Advantage attack again.
Oh. That's a hit. $34 points of damage. She's looking pretty. Starting to look hurt.
Advantage attack again.
Just hits. Oh no, you killed Leah. Still up though.
Still up.
Just barely. Why did you kill Leah?
Does it look how bad does it look?
Roll in a medicine check or an intelligence check, up to you. It's looking pretty rough.
Right.
It's like breathing very heavily at this point.
And I'll end my turn.
All right, with that brings us to Jalal. Jalal seeing you with that one, Jasper.
I'm good. Protect the cleric.
Gonna reach into his collar and grab out an orb of starlight and toss it at Behemoth 1. So that is a level 5 magic missile.
Jesus.
1, 2,
Pew.
3.
Pew 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 pew.
Second level.
Pew.
Third level.
Three
Fourth level.
magic missiles. Ha ha ha.
Fifth level. As you watch the behemoth just kind of slump to the side. It's like, you okay, big
I was
man?
complaining about my damage rolls.
Yeah, he gets it done. He kind of runs back over to you. Is going to turn this way. Ari, get out of its bite range. Tanya's turn. This might jump 2 people if it skips you, Tanya. I'm assuming Leah's reconnecting. No? It's being slow. Tanya.
Gonna shoot it with my firebolt again.
All right. That does hit. $16 points of damage. Oh, that one's already down.
Oh,
You still want to hit that one, or you want to shoot at the other one? That one's already dead, anyways.
there we go.
All right, Jason.
Oh yeah, you had advantage, disadvantage there. That would explain it.
Seeing the one running over at you, Aries is gonna take 2 shots. The first one, sharpshooter. He's running low on arrows too. That's a miss. He's gonna chance another one. Oh, double miss. Shit. He runs over here. Leah.
So my laptop has crashed. If you could just do a second level magic missile for me, that'd be great.
On the Behemoth 2.
Whatever one's alive, yeah.
All right. So as you go ahead, you're going to expend a second level spell slot.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm going to need you to upgrade that potato laptop, please.
It's not a potato, it's just old.
Yeah, I
It
think
does.
potato.
Not a potato is.
1. A 2.
Would you like to supersize that?
Yes, please.
3. Ooh, a 3, a 3, a 3, and a 2.
I think she wanted level
Unfortunate.
7. She wanted level
And it gets
7.
another +5 from Psionic stuff because it's a 4 spell.
For each blast or
Just
in
one
total?
time. One time.
So
It's
another
an extra 5
5.
damage.
So 16 points of damage.
Nice.
This one. So he takes another 5, so perfect. Oops, no, wrong way. Why is that not changing? There we go. All right. Slumber.
I'm gonna actually have to dash to get next to that thing. Going to action dash. And bonus action. Arms of the Astral Self.
Yeah.
All right, 8 force damage. And that's my turn.
All right.
That was the...
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You watch this creature below you jumps from its hind legs and leaps up into the air to take a bite at you.
I would like to make an argument against that. It technically cannot move closer to me willingly.
Oh, because you have it frightened, right?
Mm-hmm. It can move away, but it is not required to. It just cannot move closer.
And it gets disadvantage on Theris, but it will try to bite Theris.
Does Theris have Sentinel?
Mhm.
No, sir, I do not.
Alright, attack of opportunity.
That is an 11. That misses. It tries to bite you and it's nothing but snow. Theris.
I'd take an attack of opportunity.
Fair.
I don't think this will work, but let's try it.
I believe it was Max and one other person that.
Jasper, I'm pretty sure.
It never works.
27.
Yeah.
It always works when we don't need it to.
Yep.
All right. Top of the road. Jason's doing another 2 shots. Sharpshooter. Hey, that's a hit. Uh, 21 points of damage. Second sharpshooter shot. 21, that hits too. 22 points of damage. Sorry.
Ooh. All right, first attack. Hit. Attack and attack. I've only had an extended crit twice. Going to flurry of blows.
Okay.
I believe what flurry of blows is. Make 2 unarmed strikes.
I will say the dice in Unity are far more dramatic.
Hmm?
They'll be like rolling slightly to something, and then they'll just like flip the other direction.
All right.
Or like super delayed roll over to a 20 or something.
I mean, just a monk. Gotta be dramatic.
Alright.
Now, clarification with Twin Spell. It says that a single target spell can target a second target. Does not specify another target.
For what
Would
you're trying to
or
use
can you
your-
twin? I'm just
What are you
curious
trying-
with the Twin Spell meta magic. Can you target the same target twice, or does there have to be a second, like
They do
a
have to be
different?
separate targets. Correct.
Okay. Well, in that case, she's going to start things off by firebolting the creature below her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits. Ooh.
And I'm going to quicken spell a second firebolt and throw it at the creature as well.
That's another hit. Yeah. Ooh. It's
And
pretty beat
he
up.
gets to make
Fail. As the tentacle reaches out and smacks at it, it kind of like falls to like one of its legs and barely is able to lift itself back up.
that's her action bonus, and well, she has left its movement, can't do much of that. So she'll stare down at it.
Jasper.
Yay! I'm gonna charge. Oh, about right there.
Okie dokie.
I think that's about as far as I get. No.
You have any range attacks?
Do not.
I mean, you could get closer if you want. You just wouldn't be able to hit it.
Well, yeah, I guess I would. That way,
Or you
maybe
can
I'd.
chuck your axe.
No.
Kicking. It could be beautiful.
Yeah. I
It
will
could have been
dash to
your
get
defining Goliath moment.
as I lose it in the snow. Trying to take it away from me.
It looks like I'm sitting on your shoulder.
Awesome. I can repair it.
I mean, are you not sitting on his shoulder?
Maybe
Yeah.
so.
Can make it
All right.
cannon.
You run up. Anything else?
No, just looking at it menacingly.
Tanya.
Thing's still alive, right?
For the moment. It would appear so. Woo! You watch the creature go to limp. You're out of combat.
Tyan's gonna go over to it. So what does this behemoth actually look like now? It looks like an elk or something.
No, this is like a giant. It looks like a Final Fantasy behemoth, more or less.
Oh,
Colored though.
Oh,
It's big. Look.
what's
Yeah.
river, tornadoes and lightning?
Not quite the same.
Tyan's gonna go up. It's like
All right, I'll take it.
Large
horns?
tundra creatures.
I'm gonna look at. You
They
think
do
this?
have horns.
You think this thing is tasty?
And then
Gonna look at it.
I would like to find out. We need to take some of it.
What's
Have
that
Leia's chefs cook it for us.
What's that, Jalal?
What are you asking, Jalal?
Is this thing tasty?
I don't know. I've never tried one.
Is the pelt worth anything?
Because I would not be able to know.
Aren't you from around this place?
I'm a wizard.
You're a what?
You're a wizard, Harry.
He looks over at you, Leah, like, really?
You're a wizard.
As he banishes
big-
Leah.
It's-
I was gonna look at. I'm guessing you never had to work a day in your life, did you?
You really say that?
No.
That's what I thought.
How big are the
Jasper
horns?
deflates like a balloon as I stop concentrating.
Not.
As the spell wears off, you shrink back down. Well, actually, after all of it, you shrink back down to your normal size.
What color is this thing?
It's like a darkish purple
white.
blue.
Is it like really
Big Me could have skinned it quicker.
From what you can see, the skin is darker. It does have some fur, but there's not much fur left after all the damage you guys did.
Mm. What about the horns? How do the horns look?
The horns are just black. They seem to be intact.
Can I? Are they? How big are they?
They're fairly sizable.
Would I be able to fit them in our bag of holding?
You only have one. What do you have in there so far, Tanya?
You need
Your bag of holding.
a bag of holding.
So who has a bag of holding?
I thought it was Ari or Jason.
Gronkum had a bag of holding. Did he throw the bag of holding? Oh no, he
Yeah,
had.
Ari took
He had
it.
just a bag. No, that's just a bag.
Oh, it was
not
just a bag.
of holding.
Yeah, I have that
Yes.
bag.
He has a quiver
Yeah,
of
Ari.
Alana, which he
Heard it.
has with him. I don't think we have a bag of holding if Tanya didn't have one anymore.
I don't think we do either.
I
Yeah,
thought our
Tanya
tinker
never had
person
one.
could make one.
I could make one, but I never had one.
You had one like when you first made Tanya.
But no, I got rid of that because someone else already had one. So we
No, I know. We did, and then that person lost their bag.
Didn't we get a bag of holding in Death's room?
Because I was kind of using my quiver as a bag of holding on the previous
No.
character.
I'm not gonna give you my bag of holding. You got your money.
All
You're
right.
dead.
As you
That's true.
guys, do you take the time to harvest anything from these creatures?
I want a horn.
Go ahead and roll a
Uh,
dexterity check.
I'm gonna take a piece of meat and cook it and see how it tastes.
All right, it will take some time to kind of cut in, do all this work. So it'd probably take maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how much you guys want to do with these. Are you wanting to cook it now or just cut it up and take it with you to cook later?
You know what? I'll cut up and take it with me for later.
And then Jasper, did you leave the stone behind or did you bring it with you? Because this is very important.
Hmm.
Because
I
you
don't know.
probably
Aries,
could not be
what did I do with your
fighting
stone?
with your 1,200-pound stone.
I would have dropped it.
Alright, so if you drop it, you only went one location. So it is probably likely at the monastery where you ate your lunch.
We left it there.
No. I meant like either I dropped it right now or.
No, like to carry this stone with you, you're gonna be exhausted on the regular going up this mountain.
Aries, what am I doing with your stone?
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm getting drink.
I'll make it your decision.
Oh shit! I forgot
It's-
we're. Yeah.
It's better at the
Why
monastery
did you-
than in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Definitely. 'Cause I was thinking, shit, we needed a permanent place for that.
What was in it? It was the librarian?
That's where he was, but I don't remember if he could just manifest out of it or what. I know I wanted to study it because there's something in there.
I mean, Nobel said we can have decorations in the mansion. We could just use it as a table. Leave it in there.
I don't think he'd let us leave that big of a thing in there.
I mean, you
With
can
the
always ask. Worst case, he'll say no.
Yeah. Do you want to see if he'll let you retro that night that we were there in Leia's mansion to
Yeah, but it's
study
not
it?
going to stay there. He's saying it can't store things.
No, but then then that morning before we left, we would have left it at the monastery.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Give you
forgot
a-
about
give
it,
you
or
a
I
night
would
to
have
look at it.
tried to ID it also, or try to get
Yeah,
more
I
info
mean-
on it.
So when he gets back, see if he'll let you retro that.
Welcome back.
All right.
So I believe there were discussions of the gem being a table.
Yeah, because I'd forgot about he was carrying that gem, because I would have tried to have studied it before we left and found a safe place for it. Is there any way to retcon that? Because I completely forgot about it.
Where would you guys like to try to keep it? It's not a very
Well-
big town to leave behind.
Is it storable in the mansion?
No. Only like artistic type things like pictures or mementos.
That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah, we
artistic.
hung up the painting of the old party. I
There
hung
you
up
go.
the painting.
If you guys really want me to have a bag of holding, if we want to rewind, I could drop one of my infusions and have a bag of holding.
Takes time though.
Does it for infusion?
To change your infusion set, I believe it takes at least an hour.
I thought it was because of the level up.
No, like because you can, I believe you can swap infusions. I'd have to double check it though.
Yeah, I don't. Can I swap them on the fly?
It might have to be when you level up, but I'd have to double check. It's been a while.
I'm cool with leaving it at the monastery.
Even then, the stone would not fit into a bag of holding. It is too large to fit through the bag.
Yeah, that's
What
the
if
thing,
I
our
use a
only
really,
choice.
really big bag?
We don't make bags of holding that big. You'd have to custom build this thing. But yeah, you could find a safer location to leave it at. You just have to determine what the location would be.
We literally shoved the person into a box. Can't you put the thing in that box?
No, because we have a body in
We
there.
had to hold that person up in the box.
We never put the person out of the box.
I forgot we had a
And
body
it-
in a box too.
And in theory, remember, he's not inaccessible. He's in a chest somewhere in the ethereal plane, just like chilling.
It's a really good thing he doesn't need to breathe.
True. Like, what happened to Max? Who? Oh.
Just picturing some freaking pirates, scouting out the ethereal plane. What's this?
Oddly enough, though, if you do recall,
It's a
this is the second character he's lost in the ethereal plane.
Or
Because he
astral plane,
lost-
right? It's
Yeah.
astral, yeah.
He lost Adam. He got banished to the astral plane, and he met that wizard in the tower. In fact,
Yep, a very similar tower.
he may have been there at the time you had your visions. All right, so we're out of combat. So were we going to take the time to harvest all the horns and all that? And the meat?
Yeah. Yes,
All right, so who's harvesting the horns?
I am.
I need to roll a survival check or a dexterity check, your choice.
Stinks. Oh.
You watch as he kind of takes his axe. A one, a two, and it like splits long ways in half down the horn. Like shit.
Tanya's gonna like, what are you doing?
Second horn. Another dex check.
Can I pull out my wood carving tools and just like cut the thing off?
Well, let's see. Jasper's a quick man. The other one breaks at a weird angle and kind of chips off. Like, eh. 2 more horns to go.
Tanya's gonna stop him. He's like, stop. If you really
What?
want the boards, just bring it over here. I'll cut them off with my tools, so you don't ruin them.
But axe chops.
Yes, but look at these. You already destroyed 2. You only have 2 more. What are you gonna do if you destroy them?
Yeah, you're light. I dragged the other body over.
You realize at one point it's probably easier to drag Tanya over. Tanya, go ahead and make 2 dex checks with or using your tools.
Yeah, Joe.
So double proficiency. You watch as Tanya just kind of sets up with that. You can take both easily, and you just watch as Tanya kind of easily whips out the tools and removes each horn. Like, see?
Much better.
All right,
Awesome.
so you guys have 2 behemoth horns.
We're gonna take 10 pounds of behemoth meat.
And 10 pounds of behemoth meat? For behemoth meat, how are you going to cut it out?
Hold on.
So you have 2 behemoth horns. They're 10 pounds each.
Okay.
I actually don't have a knife. Anyone have a knife?
No.
I have a great axe, blood axe, adamantine great axe, and nunchucks.
Where did you get nunchucks again?
Don't worry about it.
No, you don't even have to worry about it.
I think it was whose room was it? Was it Depp's room?
I believe so. Oh, no, it was Leah's room. He took Leah's nunchucks.
Leah.
Mm-hmm. Lilia.
When
Lilia?
did Jasper get?
Lilia.
Or else and I. So many names. All in the head.
I was about to say, when did Jasper get to Leah's room?
Yeah, I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, don't find yourself in Lilia's room when she's actually there, though.
Don't you worry about that.
I guess I would technically have a knife with the wood carving tools, wouldn't I?
It's all up to you. But you guys do take probably about an hour in time total to just accomplish all this. Cut the horns, cut the meat. You back on your track?
Sure.
Yeah,
All
while
right.
we're doing that, Aries also going to be attempting to get her wings underneath the cloak, or at the very least, get the cloak on top of them.
All right. As you guys look on, as you head towards the next part of your journey, Jalal points up this very tall mountainside. I told you it gets cold.
Just take a big breath in and I said, ah, feels like home.
All right. So, as you guys see the mountain off in the distance that you're heading towards, what do you wish to do? You gonna walk? Magic? Shenanigans?
Pass Patrick. Or not. We can just keep going. How much further do we have to go, Jalal?
Yes. It's hard to say, but we have to make it to the mountain first. The mountain's probably about like 12 miles away.
I think if we huff it, we can get there pretty quickly.
Is it to teleport?
It's like, it's too risky. And besides, we're close enough anyways. All right, so as you guys kind of proceed towards the cliff, as you guys get ready to go up the mountain, I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Perception, you say?
Avalanche.
Let's see if I can roll.
We're gonna start yodeling on our way there.
You rolled a net 20.
I got a
Man,
19.
this is with Ari's perception checks tonight.
So Aries sees
you're
it
really
too,
good.
but Tanya sees it first. As you guys kind of get to the base of the mountain, you start kind of slowly moving your way up. You feel like you feel air, and then you hear the beating of wings. Tanya, you instinctually kind of look off, and you see flying south to north a large black dragon with several sets of tentacles coming off to its sides, flying north over this mountain.
Tanya's gonna tell everyone to get down.
Alright.
She's gonna point out the dragon. And look at Joel.
So,
Any idea what's wrong with that dragon?
he kind of like squints up at it. Never seen a dragon like that. What are those?
What are those?
I
Ari's
think we
gonna look
stumbled into
down at her
Japan, guys.
robe, and then at her gem, and then up to the dragon.
There are some similarities.
I think we're in Japan now, guys.
At this point, you just see a little halfling pop out of the snow next to Theris. Huh. That's a big dragon.
Yes, let's not draw its attention.
Jalal looks very dubious at this dragon.
When we were in Gangcaster, I know there was a rock that one of the mages conjured. It also had tentacles.
What's up with mages and tentacles? I don't get it.
Didn't
Yeah,
Ari just summon a tentacle?
It's true.
You're
They're
one of
all-
them.
You're one of them.
They're all perverts.
Jalal just sits there, doesn't say a word, just keeps looking at the dragon.
Is it heading in the direction we're heading?
Appears to be. Oh, actually, you did roll a nat 20, Tanya. Do you have any type of spy device or a scope, or no?
I don't think so.
You would notice, just because you did roll in at 20, as the dragon flew overhead, there appeared to be things riding it.
Mm.
Things, huh?
About 8.
8.
All right. So, it flies over the head. Seemingly no issues. You continue up the mountain.
Give it a good few minutes.
Fair. You wait. Take a breather. Pierce clear. Continue.
Yeah.
I need everyone to roll an
Begin.
athletics check as you begin your ascent. Unless you're
As soon as it
for
gets too steep, I'm just gonna get a nice branch and use my ring to levitate.
Yeah, for portions that require like climbing, Ari will be flying.
It works very well until you make it about 200 feet up from the base of this mountain as the winds are drastically strong.
You said athletics?
Yeah, let's tether ropes to each other so in case somebody falls, we can help. And then make sure it's all tied to Jason.
Jasper's the
Jasper, I mean.
So far, it seems pretty good. You guys continue up the switchbacks up and down this mountain. Who's leading the pack on this one?
We assume Jalal, that or Jason or Jasper.
Jalal has a pretty face. He doesn't lead the pack.
He knows the way.
I mean,
This is his house.
would I get advantage since it's mountain?
Oddly enough, for some reason, Jasper, you feel like this area is very familiar to you. But yeah, go ahead and roll your survival check at advantage. What does Bears? You almost get distracted in the nostalgia of this location. You're like, I've been here before.
Does this look familiar?
And you guys kind of like lose your place a few times. And then you see something up in front of you. You see a small humanoid, Jasper.
Tell everyone to get down.
You guys kind of get low for a minute. And it appears to be making like playful noises, probably like 150 feet out in front of you.
Playful noises. Kind of playful noise.
And you watch as it like reaches down to a hole and picks up another smaller humanoid, slightly smaller than itself. Covered in white fur. Jalal kind of like sits next to you. Baby Yetis.
Yetis.
Fascinating.
It's like, I would not get too close. Their parents can be quite protective.
Yeah, that's a good call. We should go around.
Honey, where are you at the moment? Like, who are you next to?
I'll stay next to Jalal.
Suppose we should get a formation set up.
So as you guys see these kids in front of you, what are you wishing to do?
We'll look for a route around.
Yeah, sneak around.
It's a mountain pass. You gather, if you don't want to proceed forward, or you could just wait a long time. You could climb up another layer, but it might be difficult. Potentially you could fly up a little bit, but you would have to actually, you won't be able to walk past it. You would have to literally climb up another layer and just continue on.
hold on. How many people are here?
9.
Nine.
So are the Yetis saying anything?
Do you understand
I
all
understand
correct?
all spoken languages.
They appear to be just like playing with each other. It seems like a little Yeti and his little brother.
Okay.
But they don't appear to have noticed you at the
It's
moment.
very.
I used a chunk of spell slots, but I could get us past them.
Well, they haven't noticed us yet.
I could perhaps cover them in magical darkness and we can try and sneak past.
Might scare them and send them tumbling down.
Just a thought.
It would cost me all my 3rd level slots and my 4th, but I could get us past.
I don't even want to know.
What are you?
They're invisible, they can't see you.
But you can only concentrate on one thing at a time.
Yeah, we just send them over in groups.
Mm. If Grunk were here, he'd just punch him off the mountain.
Or I could see if my homunculus could lure them off. But I'd rather not lose the homunculus.
You tell me.
How high up is the next layer?
Roll a perception check.
We could just throw a rock and see if they spook as well.
It looks pretty high up
That's
there,
about
Ray.
right.
Could throw a rock and spook him. Wall of fire. You know.
I could do that too. But I'd rather not.
Can you conceal us? You can just try and sneak.
What?
Was that not
Maybe
heard, or
Maybe I can pull out one of my fuzzy balls.
You want to throw a fuzzy ball at one?
There's.
Yeah.
Can you conceal us? We'll just try and sneak by.
Do what I can, and I'll.
Aries, maybe you should have a soul-to-soul talk with a heart-to-heart with the kids.
With the what?
The baby Yetis. They're sleeping.
It's okay. They're asleep.
Yeah, I'll
I
pass
like
without
the fuzzy
traces.
ball idea.
God,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
How would that help?
I could distract them and send them off with one of these creatures. That way.
Scare them and incur the wrath of their parents?
Well, it's assuming that they see us.
I mean, I could just talk to them.
You want to try and talk to them? But
Speak Yeti?
yeah, what
Yes
language?
and
What language do Yetis speak?
Yeti.
Obviously Yiddish.
Yiddish. Bunch of Jewish ones over here, you see?
Alright, so what are you doing with your Yetis?
Let's just try and sneak past first. If things go wrong, then you can try and talk to them. And possibly their parents.
Fuzzy ball,
Hopefully not.
pass without a trace, sneak past.
I'd rather not the second one, but that's a good backup plan.
Alright, so who's going first?
So they're asleep, right?
Alright, I'll go first.
No, they're playing. Alright. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Are we doing fuzzy ball?
Currently,
Any
don't know.
distraction?
We shouldn't Looks to Ferris.
Yeah, I put pass without trace on it. I'm just not clicking the crab because it's being screwy.
Okay.
Why not distraction?
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't worry, when we fail, I'll be the distraction.
I take my hand out of my bag of fuzzies.
All right, go to sneak past. You seemingly are able to make it by without issues. Oh no.
You can just like roll for, put the mod in and then roll for all of us through the party thing.
There you go. Oh, you get the plus 10. At least it's. Oh, that's with your plus 10, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one else needs to worry about rolling.
He already fucked it up, huh?
Ari walks past, just like slowly sneaks, and Jasper's like, "I got this." And he just like stands up, and both Yetis just like look back at the same time, like. And you just hear from further up the mountain, about 60 feet above you, Ari. And one there for tonight.
Oh crap.
I set off all the explosives that created the avalanche to take us all out.
There you go.
You're welcome.
I jump off the cliff and survive with Featherfall.
I demand a mutual destruction. Insurance destruction.
I teleport to anywhere other than here. That's on the plane that I'm from.
So you teleport to the temple.
I mean, the temple would be better than underneath an avalanche.
Hey, the temple didn't come
Are
to
you
play for
sure about
200
that?
years.
Are you sure that temple's better than underneath an avalanche?
I mean, yeah.
You get teleported there at the same time Lum's there.
Oh, don't worry.
Hey, listen. Lum only brought,
There's
the
another
others.
party taking care of Lum. Don't worry about that. I have a feeling a group of people on Tuesday may find a turtle someday.
I know.
You're the cause of all this. You shall pay.
You know you're gonna have to have Squawk play him then.
Oh my gosh. I still remember the second. He didn't play the first day we played. Good old Lum.
I would love for Tuesday's party to discover the dead bodies of this party.
Hey, I refuse to die.
We'll get
Discover
there.
the dead bodies of this party?
Yeah.
This party you don't have to worry about. The other
Or beer.
party. So the very first game I made, you were running kind of parallel. You're like a week behind them. But you're doing totally different things. So they're right now. So my first game I ever ran, they're on an airship. Actually, are they in the air or are they in the water? They're in the water right now. So they're currently on a ship sailing along the western coast of Arcadia, tracking an aboleth. It's probably about this time, actually, because they probably finished up getting their ass kicked by the aboleth the first time they met it. They're probably at the point where they actually run into the mimic ship.
Oh no.
God, I remember that awesome ship. Right when we got control, bam, blew it up.
Austin hates the mimic ship with a passion. He would not go down into it because it kept going underwater. And him and Pizza both stayed on like the dinghy while the ship was trying to eat them while everyone else was in the belly of the ship. And then I think Andy ended up blowing it up with a cannon.
Yeah, right when we got the control.
Yeah, he took one of the cannons and blew out a good portion of the side.
They found the hat that controlled the boat. It was like a full-on mimic boat that could be controlled by a magical hat. Like, had wooden pirates, could have been their ship. He blew the hole in the boat and it stuck.
I did fear it, but that's because someone didn't have the stats right.
That was my fault too, because you feared it like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, he's fearing this thing really good. And then I realized that my intelligence or whatever was at 0 and not 10.
Ooh.
So I was rolling with like -5s.
Ooh.
It's completely acceptable.
Yeah, no, it worked. I mean, it worked out in the end, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
We need to save Makar, get that book
We
away.
probably, this campaign, depending, will either end the arc or we'll end the campaign, depending how the end of the arc goes.
Oh no.
Still have to wait and see, but there's not too much longer. There could be, I mean, I don't think we have too few left. But yeah, I mean, we could literally be done like in the next 5 to 10 games, or it could go longer. We'll have to wait and see.
It always takes longer with us.
Yeah, you guys always fucking.
Well, this is
something else.
only like episode 85, so it's going a little bit.
Episode 85 since we started recording.
Yes.
How
And
that- it'd be fun to
we got at
I
least
could be a little
another
off because
7
I think I
levels, though.
started us at like 12 because I knew we'd already had some going.
Yeah, we've leveled all the way from level 1 to level 13. We've been
We got
playing this
7 to
game
go.
for what, 2 years? A little over 2 years?
Close to
least.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna
we'll
find our
either,
anniversary.
depending where the arc ends, we'll either do a time skip or we'll do another campaign. But how far the next campaign for this group will probably only be like 20 years in the future. So it really just depends on how like the arc of this ends up. If there's residual stuff left to do, we'll continue going. But if really there's no other clues or things you found out and you guys have settled up a lot of the business, we may just go into campaign 2. Let's see how ridiculous theirs gets.
I gotta have my Anakin and the Jedi Temple moment.
Oh, don't worry. We believe me, there's still plenty of things for everybody left to finalize in this campaign before we're done. But
Oh no.
yeah, even the newer characters, don't worry. Your master's still somewhere. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And don't worry,
Mama, Papa.
there still has a fan to deal with who is not quite dead. But we'll have to wait and see. And you guys can go to Satesh's execution.
Nice.
Is what now?
Well, I mean, like, what did you expect would happen at his trial?
How do you execute an immortal person?
Very carefully.
They did it once.
They don't know he's immortal.
This
He was an immortal the first time he went to prison. He's just a wizard.
also immortality. It's very, 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 very rare for an individual to have true immortality. They usually have either an eternal youth version or a partial version. Vampires would be an example of like a partial immortality where they're functionally immortal except for like a few
Hey,
certain ways.
Techno, what was that
Mhm.
broken tablet called?
I don't know off the top of my head. It was something of creation.
Oh.
We've been busy.
Yeah.
The Concord of creation.
Hey, gods aren't immortal.
Satesh is built different. I'm sorry to say.
He's a busy man.
He's a busy man.
He's had a lot of donations over the last year. He's really branched out. He's really reached out with new arms to people.
I resent you for that.
I can't say anything at this moment.
Can we go to his execution? I think that'd be a lot of fun. Let's do that.
Why do you want to go to his execution?
Because I think it'd be fun.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know this man.
he was apprehended from what you know. So for him, because the king of Tyros is dead. Remember this. Leader of the alliance. So Satesh would be judged by the leaders of the larger kingdom. So that's the Eastern Arcadia Kingdom, the Southern, Western. So it's an Elven kingdom. The kingdom Max is from, the Eastern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom. There's a Southern Kingdom, not Southern Arcadia, and then Tyros itself, which is like the Central Kingdom, and then the Golden Perch. So Eskil will be a distrial as well. So all the leaders get to figure out what they do with him, and we see what they do.
What about that one kingdom up
Which one?
north? You know the one. Did they get a say?
No, but because they're further to the west. We'll have to see though.
I resent you for this.
You never know. I just have to wait and see. Yeah. Next time we'll see how your Yeti situation goes. It was going really good until someone rolled a 2.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate.
I told you, sneaking was not a good idea.
Yeah.
Get two people in heavy armor.
I mean,
Maybe I can talk their parents down
plus
with
12,
my 0
but,
charisma.
So are we done for the
also,
night?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think the ball would have been too much help considering